Now it says that an aeroplane travels distances of 2500, 1200 and 500 kilometers at the rate of 500, 400 and 250 kmph respectively. And what is the average now? As mentioned before, we do not simply take the average of the speeds and find the average. We first calculate the total distance traveled. So we have the distances given as 2500, 1200 and 500, which means the total distance traveled in this case was 4200 kilometers. The speeds are given as 500, 400 and 250. So to find out the times, if 2500 kilometers was traveled at the rate of 500, time spent was 5 hours. In the second case 3 hours, in the third case 2 hours, which makes the total time of 10 hours. So the average speed is the total distance traveled divided by the total time taken, which should be 4200 divided by 10, which in this case works out to 420 kilometers per hour, which should be my average speed for the entire journey. It says the average weight of 24 students of section A is 58, whereas the average weight of 26 students of B is 60.5. Then find the average weight of all the 50 students. Now this is a classic example of weighted average. So let me just show you the equation. I'll leave the calculation to you. But the total weight of section A was 24 students into 58 kg per students. The total weight of section B was 26 students multiplied by 60.5 kgs per student. We add to find a total weight and divide it by the total number of observations, which is 24 plus 26, which is 50. Simplify this, you'll get what your answer should be. It says 3 years ago the average age of the family of 5 members was 27. On addition of a child to the family, present average age is still 27. Then what is the present age of the child? Well, 3 years ago the average age for 5 members was 27. So the total age for 5 members 3 years ago should have been equal to 27 multiplied by 5, which is 135. Now it has been 3 years, which means every single person will be aged by 3 years. So the total age of all the 5 members today will be the total age plus 3 for every member, which is 15, which is 150. Now it is said that on adding the child, the present average is still 27. With the child there are 6 people and the average is still 27. So this works out to a total age currently of 7 6s are 42, 4 carry, 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 4 16, which is 162. So the difference between these two numbers is the age of the child, which is equal to 12 years, and that should be my answer. This problem states that the average income of A for 15 days is 70. So the total income for 15 days is equal to 70 multiplied by 15, which is equal to 105. The average for the first 5 days is rupees 60. So average for 5 days is equal to 60 into 5, which is equal to 300. Okay, 70 into 15 should be equal to 1050. Now the average for the first 5 days is 60, which means the total is 300. Average for the last 9 days is 80. So the total for the last 9 days is equal to 720, which means for the 14 days, the first 5 and the last 9, my total income is 1020. I subtract 1020 from this and get the value for the missing day, which should be 30 rupees. It says of 3 numbers, first is twice the second and second is twice the third. Okay, so I have my first number, second number and third number. It says first is twice the second. So if the second is x, the first number is twice it, and second is thrice the third. So if third number is y, this number is thrice the third, which is 3y. So if this is thrice and first is double this becomes 6y. So the total of all this is 6y plus 3y plus y, which is equal to 10y. and it's given that the average of three numbers is 30. So the individual value of each number, whatever may be, but the total works out to 3 into 10, which is 30, which says the value of y should be equal to 3, which means the third number is 3, the second number is 3 times 3, which is 9, and the first number is 6 times 3, which is equal to 18. So my answer, my numbers are 18, 9 and 3. So here's a quick recap of whatever we have seen so far. Remember, averages is nothing but the middle value, the central value, the value which is at an equal distance from all the given numbers. So remember, is it a case of simple average in which you can just take the sum of all the observations and divide by total number of observations? Or is it a case of weighted average where you individually need to find total value for each group and divide by total number of observations? A special case where in calculating the average speed, we do not simply add up the speeds and divide by the total number of speeds, but we use the formula average speed is total distance traveled divided by total time taken. I hope this gives you some clarity on the topic of averages. This was a tutorial in mathematics. My name is N. Satyanarayan. Wish you all the best. Have a good day.